Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Here we check out the game Temperia. Now, I do want to be up front and let you know I did receive this game for free, and it is currently in early access, which means you can actually wishlist it right now on Steam, and there is a link in the description below for you to do so. Now, this is a collectible trading card game similar to Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering or Gwent or any other games where you build a deck and then go and battle other people. So the first thing I want to do is just go over what the game looks like when you first load in. This is where you're going to start out. You can join their socials. They'll let you know the early access is live and you can go through some tutorials. Down below here is actually your quests that you can complete. And then you have the play menu. Now, this mode is actually not available yet. It lets you know it's not available. You can do private matches if you want to just battle against a friend, and then there is just a standard battle mode. The next tab we have is your deck, and this is where you're going to be able to build your decks, edit your decks, and see all the cards that are available. So, for instance, here's one of the decks that they made for me, just called First Deck, and you can see the different cards that are there. Next, we have a shop where you can buy card packs, and you do so with ZDL. Now, that is this right here, and it is a currency that is earned by completing quests and daily wins. So you can also come down and you can purchase ZDL. To give you an idea of a cost, 80 ZDL is 99 cents or $1 basically. And it looks like from what they're showing, see, I can't even get back to it, which is one problem. Card packs, there we go. A card pack is 100. So it's about $1.25 per pack if you're just buying them one at a time, and they have different, combinations to get you to get as many packs as possible. You also have your elemental dust. Now, this is by trading cards. You create elemental dust, which is needed to craft the cards you want. So similar to like Hearthstone, if you've played that before, you can disenchant or make dust out of a card. Then you can use the dust that you get to create new cards and build them. Now, I do have 5 packs right here. We're going to go ahead and open those up so you can see what that looks like in the experience. The pack slides open, and here we can see the cards that we get. Now, the card might look kind of confusing at first, is because in most trading card games, you have health and you have attack, where this is completely different. You have all of your cards visible, both people's hands. So I can see my enemy's cards, they can see my cards, and we have the playing board in front of us. The numbers on it are where you're going to basically attack on those directions. It's kind of like a tic-tac-toe board where you have 9 spots to play cards, and then you try to win against as many as you can in those areas so that you can own those cards on the deck. And we'll go through a battle so you can see it. Now, I already have copies of this, so they automatically disenchant it and give me back some dust. Let's go ahead and open the rest of these. It's a pretty satisfying experience. I always liked opening cards. That was like one of my favorite parts of Magic the Gathering, was just like opening the cards, seeing what you get. I really like the, the art style in this. Some cool looking cards. Oh, crab. We got the crab rave going now. Luckily, no duplicates in that one or the previous pack. I like this guy, the little rat. That's fun. Okay, so that is all the cards that I have. And then if we go back to play, we can actually get into it. Now, your settings are down here. And the first thing I'm going to do that I normally do is just turn down some of the volume. And yeah, my volume's only at 60 and the music is super loud. It seems to be a common thing with a lot of games nowadays, is to make everything super, super loud. Now, you also have graphic settings. There's not a whole lot of settings here. Now, keep in mind it is early access, so they will be adding things, I'm sure. And your gameplay option is just what language you want. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter a battle, and I'll show you basically how the game plays out. Like I said, oh, deck is missing cards. Well, let me play on this one. Okay. I have not made any changes to the deck, so they must have done an update and made it different. Now, when I first got this game, unfortunately I was unable to play. I could play through the tutorial, and then queuing for a match, it never found a match for me. I tried it a week later, and it looked like servers were under maintenance, and I couldn't play then as well. And now it's been about another week since then, and I'm trying to play a match. I have only played one real match in 2 weeks. Granted, I've only probably tried to queue 3 times now. So I believe this is my 4th time actually trying to get into a match, and hopefully we can find one because I want to show you what the game looks like. Well, since we're going to be looking for a match, which looks like to be a while, I wanted to read you what their Steam information says. It says, Temperia Soul of Majestic is a strategic, competitive online card game, quick, strategic, and totally open-handed. Every match is different from others thanks to the abilities of the creatures, the equipment, the powers, and the elemental spaces presented in the board. As of right now, it is free to play and you can get it. There is in-app purchases, there are achievements, and there is online PvP, which makes sense considering, I mean, it's an online game where you battle each other. I'll go ahead and put the system requirements up on the screen for you. It doesn't take much to run this game, thankfully. I think, when games try to be super fancy looking, sometimes you have people that want to play the game and people that have good hardware, and that doesn't always, go hand in hand. So they did a really good job. Most people will have 8 gigs of RAM and a basic video card to play the game. Well, sadly, it looks like this has been about my experience with the game. I want to recommend it because the one game I played was fun and I liked the way that the gameplay went through, but unfortunately there's just not enough people playing the game. I see a bunch of reviews on their Steam page giving it a thumbs up, and I want to give it a thumbs up, but how can I recommend a game to people that you can't play? That's really a hard thing to sell. If you want to check out the game, consider clicking my link in the description. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to be worked on here. If I have to wait 5+ minutes per game, it's not going to be a game that people are going to stick around and play. This is a game I want to keep my eye on though, and I want to see where it goes. I feel like there's a lot of potential, but I feel like they just haven't hit that mark yet.